let's let it rip. Enjoy this video, and we'll see you on the other side. Oh, but wait a minute. I gotta do my breaking news, because this is breaking news, if I can find it here. Let me see if I can find that, guys. There you go. Breaking wind news. There you go. There you go. Only here will you find breaking wind news, folks. So there you go. Let's go.
What could be their final weeks in shelters across Chicago as the city's eviction deadline looms. Like Lisbeth Velasquez, a Venezuelan migrant who says she fled due to political persecution 6 months ago and is now nearing the end of her 60-day limit in the city's shelters. Velasquez says she's navigating the asylum process, but that she won't be able to obtain a work permit until well after her eviction date, a crucial step in finding a place to live. The limit put in place to provide temporary housing while migrants find work in homes before making room for newcomers.
Only one property manager that has maybe 1 or 2 landlords that wants to deal with this. You know, they want them to have work permits, a job, and proof of income.
Would you say the trouble getting work permits has been the largest hurdle for people looking for more permanent housing?
Without work permits and jobs, it's really impossible for people to find places to stay. In our group, we have like...
Let me just say, too, as in other parts of the United States, Cook County, once you get somebody in a property, evicting them is pretty damn tough and will probably take a year to 2 years. So landlords need to be careful on what they do, especially with all the happened during the last couple of years, where they wouldn't allow people to evict anyone for any reason.
Like doctors, lawyers, teachers, they are really talented people, but they have no way to be certified here.
Advocates like Pastor Phelps are helping where they can, organizing English classes and clothing drives, but say it's unlikely everyone will be able to successfully transition out of shelters.
Bad news, folks. Shelters are here to stay.
Instead, needing to reapply for access to another shelter. More than 13,000 migrants are currently living in 27 shelters run by the city and the state, according to a census of new arrivals. Most of them have arrived since June 2023, part of the busing campaign by Texas Republican Governor Greg Abbott, who says he sent more than 100,000 migrants to sanctuary cities. It's costing Texas taxpayers $124 million, according to a public information request by our affiliate KXAN to the state's Division of Emergency Management tasked with the initiative. Chicago's mayor has extended the limit on shelter stays, delaying enforcement due to cold weather, sending notices like this to migrants in shelters, warning the earliest notices to leave will come in mid-March. The disruption in housing will cause further disruption with migrants' legal journey applying for asylum. What's at stake if these migrants end up homeless again?
First of all, just sending people back into crisis. If someone doesn't have an address where they can receive their court notices, they risk failing to comply with the requirements placed upon them by the government.
Another element adding to their stress.
Es preocupante porque eso van a inundar los distritos policiales, las calles. Creo que no es la solución.
All right, Maura joins us now live from Chicago. So, Maura, if this holds up in the work permits, how long does that take, and how many migrants have been able to obtain them?
Well, Tom, reports show that just about 1,000 migrants have been able to get those work permits, and state officials actually estimate that only 30% of those shelter residents will even qualify for the authorization or temporary protected status, which opens up the availability for work eligibility. Now, this is a problem in terms of just the access, but also the timeline used to take months, and now they've reduced that to about 30 days, which is helpful. But at the end of the day, the reality is this leaves open 10,000 migrants with questions over how they're going to get jobs or secure permanent housing. Tom?
Thanks for watching.
So there you go. Reality's setting in Chicago. Let's also talk about another reason why